What's enough for you to commit to a man?
If you leave me the fuck alone, listen to my orders. If I tell you to do this shit, clean the house, come home with a nice full meal already ready for me, you know, we're not fucking, because that's just for breeding purposes. I'm not fucking you. You know what I mean? That's good enough for me. And also some guy just stay in his lane, never ask too many questions, don't bother me, that's it.
But you don't think that's playing more of the man's role instead of vice versa?
Hey, it's 2025.
So
There's a little bit of everything out here these days.
How many men do you think are actually willing to be that for you?
Not a lot, which is why I'm single. Because I will not, for my own standards, I will not dip down.
So do you not want to have love one day?
Oh, I don't care about it. As long as I got money, I'm good.
Well, money doesn't bring happiness, or does it for you?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, you know, you could be depressed and broke, or you could be depressed with a lot of money. And then, yeah, it helps a lot.
What's enough?
Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rechak, Wadash. Double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone that do it well. And salutations and blessings to you, Akim, that are pushing this word with truth, sincerity, and charity, and risk your lives to do so. First and foremost, the name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls God, Jehovah, Yahweh, and many other false names. His only true name is Yahweh, which means he is or he exists. And Bahasham, meaning in the name, Ba'an Hada Sham name, which is the only way to get to the Heavenly Father, which is through his only begotten Son, whose name is Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, Yeshua, and many other false names. His only true name is Yahweh Shai, which means he saves or he delivers. And that salvation and deliverance only pertains to you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans who are the biblical Hebrew Israelites, no matter what you believe. And you speckled birds, they may look like the other nations, but your seed line, meaning who your father is, goes back to a so-called Negro, Hispanic, or Native American, which that would make you a biblical Hebrew Israelite by blood, according to Numbers 1 and verse 18, because you are whatever nation your father is. And the Rechah Kodash is the Holy Spirit, Rechah being spirit, Kodash holy, which is how we are able to do these lessons, go out on the highways and byways, and ultimately do the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. It's all done through the Rechah Kodash, which is the Holy Spirit, which is the holy angels. And today I want to get into this quick lesson, and I'm going to be touching on this video that you've seen play at the beginning of this lesson, of this female streamer, right, Nina Lee. All right, you know, I've been seeing this particular female around the internet, you know, Instagram, YouTube, just as it says, acting overly masculine, okay? And, you know, I was just on Instagram and I seen this video, and, you know, I'm like, man, I gotta do a lesson on this because this shit is totally out of order, all right? Talking about how she wants a man to be her servant ultimately, okay? Do whatever it is that she wants him to do. Leave her alone. She ain't giving up the box. So on and so forth. That shit is off, man. And there's a lot of women who think like this. This isn't the only woman that has this mindset, has this particular preference, you know. And women like this are going to perish, okay? You are going to perish in these last days, man, you know. And a lot of you women, you're going to come to the realization that that shit is wrong. That shit isn't the way. And you're going to see that it doesn't work for you. Because a reality is going to kick in very soon when Jacob's trouble hits. Okay, where it's going to be men snatching women up without anything that they can do about it. Because a man is far stronger than a woman. You know? And the Lord is going to put that spirit out here. Right, where women are going to get raped, snatched up against their will, man. Because of mindsets like this, a women like this really believe that they're above a man. And that is a new thing in the earth. That isn't something that Yahweh Shema Shai established in righteousness. That's wicked, man. That's off. Scripture said that a woman shall compass a man. Let me see. You know, and then these people always come with this modern mindset. It's 2025. That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't negate the fact that Yahweh Shema Shai said that a woman is to be under a man. A man is to be above a woman. A man should rule his household. A woman should be cooking, cleaning, taking care of the children, man. That is your role. But here it is that Esau, the self-proclaimed white man, the devil of the Bible, has got into power, and he has flipped everything around, man. The foundations of the earth are out of course, as it says in Psalms 82 and verse 5. So this shit is all out of order, man. But the Lord is about to turn it right side up and make things back the way that it is supposed to be. This is Jeremiah 31 and 22. How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For Yahweh hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. That is a new thing in the earth. Right? That isn't something that the Lord established of old. Right? The way the Lord set things up to be. No, a woman was always supposed to be below the man. The man was always supposed to be the head, ruling the woman. All right, with authority. And a woman is supposed to be in subjection to her husband. You should be cooking clean. You should have a meal made for that man when he gets off work. Not the other way around, man. You know? This shit is wicked. This shit is off. Okay? A woman shall compass a man. And you got, all kinds of ways a woman can get around dealing with a man. Okay? As she said, well, I got money. So she doesn't have a need and a want for a husband, for a man. Okay, they don't look at man as actually having that value of being the head, being the leader, being, the strong one. Okay, being a protector. These women believe that they can protect themselves. You're going to see in that day that you're not going to be able to do that. You're going to see in that day that you're going to wish, you're going to beg that you had a man. Okay? And the Lord is just going to let a lot of you women be brought to ruin. This is Genesis 3 and verse 16. And hey, you see that woman, she make a voice all deep. Women don't even try to talk with a lighter voice. It was a female I went to high school with like that, man, where she had a deep voice, but she was a feminine woman. She was a feminine female, and she would lighten up her voice so that people wouldn't notice that she had a deeper voice. That's you women should be doing things like that. You shouldn't be trying to make your voice all deep, trying to broad out your shoulders and shit. Like, hey man, the Lord finna show you women that you are just that. You're a woman. This is Genesis 3 and 16. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. And sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. All right, that's the way that the Lord set it up to be. That the man rule over the woman be the man's possession. All right, and you be in subjection to your husbands, listening to their commands, following their desires. What is my husband like? I know he likes to eat this. I know he likes to, smell this particular incense, or, he likes the house to smell like this, or he likes these type of colognes. Let me buy this for him. That's the way that a woman is supposed to be, man. Not what that woman is talking about. This is Titus 2 and verse 3. It says, the aged women likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers, not given to much wine, teachers of good things. All right, and the reason why you have a lot of women, with that mindset that influencer, that streamer Nina Lee has, is because their mothers had that particular mindset, and they taught them that mindset from this new age BS, women's rights movement. All right, Esau telling them that you don't need a man. You can go get it on your own. You can have a what's that called? Section 8, where you kick the man out the house. You can get link. Kick the man out the household for you so-called black women, you Mexican women. All right, and also these other nations, they partake in those things as well. But it's very prominent within the black Mexican community, Native American community, because we're the Israelites and we're under the curses. So that's why you have particular things like that hitting us harder. All right, and that's the reason why the women are in these particular mindsets, man, because they take on the ideology of Esau Edom. They take on the ideology of this world, man, and not the mindset of Yahweh Hashem Al Shai. The Lord set it up where the woman is to teach other women how to be women. All right, the older women, you're supposed to teach your daughters how to actually serve their husbands, how to be loving wives. But no, you teach them how to be fucking degenerates, man. You don't teach them holiness. You teach them the complete and utter opposite. You teach them wickedness. How to run over a man. How to use a man for his money. How to cheat. You know, you have women teaching their daughters how to get over on men, to make sure that man will never find out that you're cheating. You know, how to lie to your husband. That's what this society is all about, man. And that's why the Lord is about to destroy this place. Because it's full of wickedness. It's full of just debauchery, man. This shit has to go. This shit has to go. And it is all about the suffering of the man, especially the so-called black man. It's all about your suffering, keeping you down, breaking you down, man. It says, verse 4, it says that they may teach the young woman to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children. That is what you are to be teaching your daughters. That's what you women are supposed to be following. Not following the bullshit of this world, man. To love your husband. That what that woman was saying was not love. That was complete and utter hatred, man. That shit was pissing me off hearing that. That shit is total hatred. And then, you know, the guy asked her, well, do you have a man? She said no, because ain't no fucking man finna deal with that. No real man is gonna deal with that, man. Your ass is gonna get kicked right out the door, or you gonna get hands put on you. You know? Or you're just not gonna be dealt with point blank, period. Because no man is going to deal with that. A real man is gonna set your ass in order. And if you can't be set in order, he's gonna get rid of you. You know? To love your children. You women don't love your children. You hate your children. Especially the so-called black woman. Don't love their goddamn kids, man. They don't get their kids any nutritional foods. You get a microwave meals, Hot Pockets, fucking pizza rolls and shit. You know, Cheetos in the morning before school instead of giving them an apple. And then if you got a man that's in your children's lives, you run that man away. You tell that man he ain't shit. Okay? Or you tell a man, no, my kids okay, they doing good. Kids sick as hell, man. All type of flus, all type of colds in the summer. You know? Damn, they're gonna die in the winter. You women are just totally out of your minds. And this is why the Lord has to overturn it. He got to set this place right back in order, man. You got to flip this kingdom. This place must be destroyed. And what I'm speaking of is Babylon, the great America. This place must be nuked. This place must get hit with chariot fire. It must be burned, man. It says, verse 5, it says to be discreet, chaste, keepers at home, good, obedient to their husband. Obedient to their own husbands. That woman isn't obedient to her own husband. She doesn't even have a husband. And if she did have one, she wouldn't be obedient to him. That the word of Yahweh be not blasphemed. All right. So these are things that you're supposed to be partaking in, especially if you're a woman claiming to believe in Yahweh Shema Shai. All right. You're certainly supposed to be partaking in this. And a lot of women, you know, who had men of the Lord, call on the name of the Lord. They weren't really in these mindsets, man. They were still thinking about the world, you know. They were still trying to go back to this particular way of life, to be against the will of Yahweh Shema Shai, because they want the feel good of the world, man. They want to be looked at as, you know, the prize. They want to be put on the pedestal. Which is why you have a lot of women who had men of the Lord. They broke bed because it was never in them to do it. They were all a lot of these women are just fucking monsters, man. Total degenerates. Let me see. Maybe Tobit 3. That was 13. Let me see. You know, and these mindsets will be taken out of the earth, man. No matter what these people have to say. This will go. Because this is not of Yahweh Shema Shai. And Yahweh Shai is on his way back. To set things back in order. Righteously. Damn, I forgot how it go. It's in the book of Tobit. Let me see, man. Because it said that the woman, Eve, was made for Adam, you know? Nah, that's not enough. Let me try this. No, that's not. Bear with me. All right, here you go. This is Tobit 8 and verse 6. It says, "Thou madest Adam and givest him Eve his wife for an helper and stay." That is what you women are created to be. A helper and a stay. A helper and a stay. Not a equal. Okay, not a superior. Not one to have authority over the man, but to be under the man. Okay? To be his support. Not to be the one to throw out commands, cook these meals, clean these dishes, clean up the house, clean the toilet, fold the sheets. The Lord ain't create a fucking man to do that, man. He created a man to rule over his household, rule over the woman in righteousness. Okay? Not saying that, you men should just be, beating your wives. Okay? That shit is madness, man. It's good to say that you should love your wives, man. You should love your wives. Okay? And how do you love? According to the law. You keep the law, statutes, commandments. Okay? You deal with them accordingly in righteousness. You don't just do your wife wrong, man. But your woman is supposed to be subject to you. You tell your woman to do something, she's supposed to do it. You women, your man tell you to do something, you should listen to what he's saying for you to do. That's the order that the Lord set up. And then once you get out of that order, your life begins to go into a downhill spiral. Even though it may seem like you're successful, it may seem like things are okay, but it's not. Because you're not playing the role that you were supposed to play. A lot of you women are depressed, man. And you try to put on this facade that you're okay because you got money. You're doing good because you're famous. No, your ass is depressed. A lot of you motherfuckers on unalive watch, Unalive yourselves watch. Okay? Because a lot of you have that void that just can't be filled. And it won't be filled because you're not in your right mindset. You're not in your right order. It says, "Of them came mankind. Thou hast said, it is good that man should, it is not good that man should be alone. Let us make unto him an aid like unto himself." All right, you women are supposed to reform yourselves to the ways of that man. All right, that woman should be a reflection of her husband. Not the other way around, man. This is 2 Timothy, maybe 1 Timothy 2. Yep, 1 Timothy 2 and verse 9. It says, "In like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel, with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with broad hair or gold or pearls or costly array, but which becometh women professing godliness with good works. It says let and the good works that I just read in Titus the 2nd chapter. You know. Also another one, Proverbs the 31st chapter. You women supposed to be taking care of your household, taking care of your children. Hey, what happened to you women knitting? All right, making sweaters. Okay, your child is cold. You knit a sweater for him. You women don't have no love and compassion for your kids, your husband. You women are fucking monsters, man. You're the worst of the worst. The worst of the worst. And that just shows you that women are truly wicked. Could you put a woman in a position, with authority and power? They don't know how to handle that shit. They don't know what to do. They just start just going crazy, man. Start beating people, you know what I mean? Like they'll beat your ass with child support. Beat their children with hatred. Put their emotions on their kids, man. These women ain't got no real love out here. And this is why America gotta go. It says, verse 11, it says, let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. So you women are supposed to be in silence, okay? Being ruled over by your husbands. You shouldn't be usurping authority over a man, talking over the man, telling him to shut up, telling the man that you're better than him, telling the man what to do. No, you're supposed to be told what to do. You're the one that's supposed to be taking care of the household, cooking, cleaning. He pays the bills. He take care of, his household. And there ain't nothing wrong with a woman working, man. All right, but that money is supposed to be given back to your husband, and y'all, come together, have a way, that's gonna work out in that particular relationship. Okay, but it shouldn't be, this woman just doing whatever the hell she wants to do. No, you don't get to just do what you want to do. You are a possession. And that's in the book of Sirach. That man owns you. Let me see. Maybe 26. And that's the thing. Esau is giving you women liberty to guide a bride. Just go forth to just do whatever the hell it is that you want to do. Live your life all willy-nilly. Do as many rides as you possibly can. You got going back to the so-called black woman who is the main fucking corporate of this thing, man. She is the worst one. All right, which all these women take on her mindset, take on her philosophies, man. Okay, you go to college, do as many rides as you possibly can. Live your life. And then after that, you find a simp-ass nigga and settle down for him to take care of your kids that you done had with all these random-ass niggas, man. And there was a video like that of a so-called black woman saying that shit. So I ain't just pulling that out of my ass, man. These women really say that shit, and they live that. Woman... Let's see. Should be like, okay, maybe 30. I'll say he that get a wife. That's how it's go. Salakia. It is in the book of Sirach. It's like 30s. Let me see. Yep, this is Sirach 36 and verse 24. says, he that getteth a wife beginneth a possession, a help. All right, going back to that word help, right? That's what a woman is. You are a help. You're not an equal. You're not a superior. You are that man's lesser. You are his helper. All right, a help like unto himself and a pillar of rest. All right, so when a man gets a wife, he gets a possession. You rule over that. You deal with that woman accordingly how you want to deal with her in righteousness, man. You know? Ain't no woman out here supposed to be telling a man what to do, ruling over a man, treating a man as if he's your servant. No, you are his servant. And if that isn't being done, and if you're in a mindset as that woman, that female, because you're not a woman. A woman means to be a female servant, and you women aren't servants, man. You women, you try to rule over the man. You are a one that, moves with authority instead of one that moves humbly. All right, which to be humble means to be in subjection. You're not one that moves like that. You're one that wants to be the boss. Wants to be the one that's throwing out directions and commands. No, the Lord didn't set you up to be that way. The Lord created you women to be ruled over. And if you just played that role, your life would be so much better. You would be so much more happy. But because you want to be above a man, you want to tell a man what to do, now your life is in ruin. Your life is in shambles. You want to unalive yourself. And a lot of women have that mindset. A lot of you women are on depression drugs, man. A lot of you women, you try to live particular lifestyles to cover up that sadness that you have. Because no one loves your ass. Because you want to be something that you ain't. So, hey, man, you women need to get in order, or else judgment will come upon you, because destruction is coming to all those that move loftily, all those that move pridefully. And I'm going to end it on this, because that is what's coming to all of you who are moving in these mindsets. That is a mindset of pride against Yahweh Ba'ashem Al-Shai, according to the book of Sirach, the 10th chapter. That is what pride is, when one turns his heart away from his maker. All right, you begin to do your own thing, whatever it is that is. But you think that your way is greater than the way of the Lord. And the Lord is going to show you that it ain't. Malachi 4:1 says, "For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, all that do wickedly," and having that mindset as a proud, wicked mindset, shall be stubble. The Lord is going to turn your ass into stubble. In the day that in the day that cometh shall burn them up, said Yahweh of hosts, and it shall leave them neither root nor branch. So you people are going to be utterly destroyed by Yahweh Ba'ashem Al-Shai, right? For having those particular mindsets and all other wicked ass mindsets of this world, man. It all will be brought to naught. It all will be brought to ruin. So, hey, I pray this lesson was edifying. I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Recha, Kodash. Double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone that do well. And salutations and blessings to you, Akim, that are pushing this word with truth, sincerity, and charity. Shalom, Kwam Yashar Allah, Wa Abad Babal.